Okay, so Worcester Ri with an intermittent ignition lockout. Here's the flue. Okay, here's the gas meter. ECV. Oh, earth bonding. Okay, have a visual check of everything. I looked at the condense. Goes down here. Oh, connects in there with the wash machine. And heat exchanger. All looks good. Check up the top, because sometimes that top seal can fail and make these leads will become damaged. You'd see evidence of heat on the side there. There we go. All the leads look good. All this looks good. The flue all looks good. No mark on there from a drip, but it's not a consistent thing because there's nothing on the bottom here. It's all dry. So that's all good, so that's not a common thing. So now we just get on with the setup. We're going to set up the combustion ratios, check the negative fan pressure from here, and just see if the boiler's running the way it's meant to. Okay, check the inlet gas pressure. Seems to be pretty good. Check it on max rate. It's pretty good. That's not going to cause an ignition lockout. Okay, now we're just setting up the combustion ratios and doing the negative fan pressure. And as you can see, we're there on the high phase. Okay, so right now we've got our combustion ratios, our high and low, all set correctly. We're going to just put that back up and recheck the high now that we've done the high and the low. And then next we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so next I've removed the condense trap, I've checked the sump on the boiler, I've cleaned out the trap, and I'm just now going to check the white condense pipe to make sure that is unblocked and not causing the problem. Last but not least, we're going to check the electrodes. Everything so far has been good. A little bit of dirt in that condense, and the electrodes will be the last thing I would check, because if you check it you have to replace the red seal that's in there between all of this. Got the electrodes out, got the burner like that because I need to give it a clean off. Electrodes are out, down here. Bit manky, but nothing wrong with it. I'll give them a clean up before I put them back in. Nothing wrong with that. Like I say, that one's a bit manky. That's the rectification electrode. I'll give that a clean up. But yeah, right now can't find too much wrong with this. Okay, it's going back in now. I have cleaned them. That is cleaned, by the way. Cleaned that with a brass brush. Just the light seems to make it glow very green, but it's not. It looks very much like these ones. Very weird. But anyway, that's ready to go back in now. So while we have this out, we're going to go in here. So I'll do this one-handed. And we are going to check. Oh, this bus, I have to fix that. There it is. Can't remember what they call this. The support. I'm going to give that a clean up and put it back in. Okay, so this is already go back on. Repaired this pipe. This in here. This I can't remember what they call it now. But anyway, that piece of rubber that flaps about in there. I haven't cleaned it with anything. I've literally just wiped it with a dry rag to make sure there's nothing sticky on it. Make sure it's going to keep opening and closing. So I've done all of that work to this boiler. I've now done my 26/9s, or my fags, as I like to call them. And before I go, case on, all the screws in nice and tight. and I'll do one last performance test just to prove that the gaskets and the seals and everything else that I may have disturbed in there, including, you know, the sump at the bottom there, them 2 screws, that gasket, the burner gasket up the top, the red one that I've replaced. Doing this, having a low CO and a decent ratio, obviously proves to me that that was all correct, and I've got no leaks on any of them combustion seals, so there's no vitiation. It's just getting clean fresh air into that burner. So